And here we are again for another episode of Politically Unfiltered. My name is Arno Betts. I am your host, just like I am every day. Okay, this morning's topic, at the Maine Wire, the Maine guy there, Steve Robbins, is his name. And he's always finding some really interesting left-wing stuff. And boy, did he find some left-wing stuff the other day. This guy, who I believe Steve said that he works for the Platner campaign. And he put a post up on X or Twitter. And in this post, he's basically saying, if you are a Democrat and you are not supporting Graham Platner, you should be shot. I'm not kidding. This is what the guy says. And when I saw this, I was like, well, this is just history repeating itself. It's repeating itself, just like it always does. When you don't study history, history will repeat itself every single time. And obviously, this is what this guy did. We've been hearing all through the media how the Democrat Party is now split. And it's gotten to an extreme point now where the general consensus is it's a snake eating its own tail. They're eating themselves. And this story right here fits right in with that theme. And if you go back in history, go all the way back as far as you want, and it happens. It's happened many times before. But progressives will somehow work their way into a political party. Then once they get into the party, then they work their way to the top of the party and get control of it, which is exactly what has happened in the now split Democrat Party. And the only way I can put it for it to make sense is you've got good Democrats and you got bad ones. And the good ones, even though I disagree with their policies, they're still good Democrats. Because the good Democrats, in my opinion, agree with me that we should, let's say, have taxes. The only difference between me and their point of view is I might think, well, we need to charge 1 penny. They may think, well, we got to charge 5 pennies. And it's something that can be negotiated, and we could meet somewhere in the middle on that. Now, with the bad side of the party, which is all it is now as far as I'm concerned, because all of these good ones that were on this side, they're no longer part of that party, or they're distancing themselves so far that they no longer are part of the party. Even though they still consider themselves a Democrat, and they should. They really should. But they can't be part of this party that's dominated by the progressives. I wouldn't want to be part of this party if I was a Democrat. There's no way. Because there's nothing that they support that I would, even if I was a Democrat. I can't support the full-grown men in drag going into schools and reading stories to children and putting on drag shows for 3rd grade students. Come on now. Come on. What are these people thinking? But it's what they've done. This is exactly what the hardcore far left progressives have always done. They get into a party, then they get themselves up to the top of the party, they get control of it, and then they basically destroy it. And when they're at that point, that's when they realize we're at the peak of our power and now we can do anything. And that's why this guy, Andy O'Brien, I think was his name, that put a tweet out either yesterday or the day before and basically said, if you're not for Graham Platner, you should be shot. Now really think about that. Really think about that. How un-American is that? All right? More than likely, you who are watching me right now disagrees with me about a number of things. And I, in turn, probably disagree with you. All right? But I don't disagree, nor do you, to the point where we think each other should be shot because we don't agree with each other. All right? We can debate, we can... But when all is said and done, at the end of it, we can agree to disagree and move on. Never would we ever consider taking out a gun and shooting the other one because we don't agree. I don't know how far this is going to go. I don't know. And this morning, after I read this post that Steve Robbins had put up about this Andy O'Brien, I had to put my comment, and it's pretty much what I'm saying right here, right now. And the one part that I haven't mentioned yet that I did in my post, and I'll ask you, this is a good question for you, if you're a progressive and if you, think that this is the right way to be, I guess you gotta explain to me how this works. But it does work for you guys, because history is a clear record of progressives getting to a point in power where, getting to that point, they don't totally reveal how they think and they feel. They just profess what they stand for and what they believe in, which is fine. But then when they get to a point where, okay, now I'm in the position of power, now I've got it, now I'm going to show you what I really think. And that's what this Andy O'Brien did. And throughout history, this has been done over and over and over and over again. And this is why I don't understand why even the Democrat Party, I think that the Democrat Party could be a good party if they did one thing, and that is inform their supporters, their voters, that when you vote and support for progressive Democrats, you're taking a gamble. Now, I know there may be an actual good group of progressives within the Democrat Party. There may be. I just haven't seen them. I haven't been introduced to them. I haven't seen any of them. All I have seen is their far left ideology that I totally and completely reject, and so do good, more to the center Democrats. We're on the same page. And I'm a conservative libertarian. And I'm a little open to this and I'm a little open to that, but everything that the progressives stand for, no. I am not. No. And the sad thing is, the good Democrats have allowed these damn progressives to get in there, and they destroy everything. They just destroy everything. And it isn't just this one time. It's every single time they've gotten into this party. And then they get to positions of power. Look at all of the cities across the United States. New York City, Chicago, in Illinois, California, the Vatican of progressives. Wherever they're in power, the state that they're in, or the county, or wherever they are, the town, whatever, it is in complete, total shambles and ruin. People are getting shot every day, or they're literally going to the bathroom right on the streets, and they have to come up with maps to give tourists to warn them, don't go down that street, just stay out of that street, you ain't going to want to get down there. And it's because it's either full of people that are I don't know what you would call them, but they're basically drug addicts and people who just have given up on life, and they live their life literally right on the streets. And they do everything, including going to the bathroom, right on the streets, right on the sidewalks, right on people's front doorstep. My God, it's terrible. And this is progressivism. And this is why I always say to everybody, you know, you really want to look into the progressive ideology and really think about whether you want to embrace it or not. I will admit, when I was younger, I think I was progressive. I really do believe that I believed in that ideology. And the reason that I did was I was under the understanding that it was so good and it was so great. And I was under the impression that that's what it was to be a Democrat. In order to be a good Democrat, you had to be a progressive Democrat. But I never knew the word progressive. Never heard of it. Never heard of it. And it was all because I just wasn't informed about it. And if I had been informed about it, I may have made a different decision, but I didn't. And then when I finally made it to my late 20s, early 30s, I think it was when I finally woke up and smelled the coffee, and I started rejecting this progressivism stuff. And let that be the main point of this video. If you're not sure where you come down on the political spectrum, you know, what you believe in, what you think should be, and the way it shouldn't be, and all this other stuff, check all the different ideologies and go get the definition of it, and then go listen to actual people who say, well, I am a Republican, I am a Democrat, I am a progressive, I am a moderate, I am an independent. Give each one of them, you know, bend your ear and listen to them, and listen to what they have to say. And I can tell you right now, when it comes to someone who is hardcore, to the left, progressive, you're not going to like what you see. You're not going to like it. You're not. Or if you do, you're apt to like it. You may even embrace it, but then after a while, when it really starts showing its true colors, you're going to start rejecting it like everybody else did. And that's my advice to you. Stay away from the progressivism and don't support people that are progressive. Don't. It's nothing but a scam, and it's a fraud. All right, well, that's enough for today's video. I've already gone 12 minutes, 13 minutes here. Again, I went a little longer. I try to keep it around 10, but especially when it comes to this progressivism, my rejection of it and my opposition to it, I could talk all day, but I'm not going to drive you nuts over it. So, all right, we'll catch you in the next video. Like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. Definitely on this one here, definitely, I want to hear what you have to say. If you're for progressivism, against it, either way, would love to hear what you have to say, and have a good day. Take care.